this hotel in the corner here, the Roundhouse, nice little plaza area. This will be absolutely packed. That is just terrible, just leaving all the stuff here. The vibe here this morning is absolutely wonderful. Right, so what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to what is hopefully going to be a very exciting video. Yeah, today, you haven't seen this in a while, my bike is in the driveway, and that can only mean one thing. Today I'm going to be giving my first ride a go since my crash. Now, with my injury, which was a slight dislocation basically of the bone that connects the collarbone and the shoulder, recovery time was a bit vague. It was kind of a case of it could be 3 weeks, it could be 3 months, it really varies, different people heal quicker, and yeah, that was kind of how it was left. So I was kind of on my own accord to judge when I'd be ready, and whilst I have got quite a lot of movement back in my shoulder, it is still very painful when I do certain things, lift things a little too heavy, move it in a certain angle. At night I still have quite a lot of trouble, as if it's not in the right position it can still be a bit sore, but generally speaking I have got most of my range of motion back and a decent amount of strength in it. And I did go for a bicycle ride yesterday and it felt fine with no pain, so I feel as if today is going to be a bit of a tester, see how it goes. I feel comfortable enough to try riding a bike, so hopefully we can do that with no pain whatsoever, and that means I can slowly get back to filming videos of me actually riding the bike. So yeah, that is what we're going to do today. Obviously this is a very upright and comfortable bike. I don't think I'd been wanting to ride sport bikes yet, but because of the comfortableness of this, I feel like I am ready. So let's give this a go. The roads are going to be nice and quiet with an early morning. We'll do a little town ride, show you around the area, and go through some of the high streets, the town centre of Bournemouth, and then we will head to Sandbanks and hopefully maybe catch a little glimpse of what will be a very nice sunrise at Sandbanks. So yeah, thanks for stopping by, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let's roll the bike down the hill before starting it because it's very loud, just so we don't annoy the neighbours, and then get on the road. Right, see, I'm definitely mindful of the lighting. I've pulled the bike down the hill. I mean, I'm going to annoy all the people here, but at least they're not my neighbours. This is problems of having such a loud bike in the morning starting it, but I love the clocks on this bike as they come into life, and headphone warners beware. As you can see, that is incredibly loud, so I'm going to jump on. Normally I would let the bike warm up before, but quickly jump on the bike, and yeah, it feels alright. It feels a little can feel a little bit on my shoulder when hopping over the bike, and well, with it being 3 weeks since riding a bike, it does actually feel a little odd being back on it, but I'm very excited. So I will kind of slowly let the bike warm up as I'm rolling, so I will catch up with you when the bike is warm and we will go for a nice ride. Wow, we're back, and so far so good. It feels completely fine, to be honest with you. I haven't got a pin lock in my new visor that I bought for a helmet I had, so luckily I didn't have to buy a new helmet, but I haven't got a pin lock, so you'll have to excuse me opening and closing the visor a lot in this video, as I do have glasses, so that's quite a pain, and hopefully there's not too much wind noise from that. But yeah, I mean, this is my favourite part of the day. This is always the time I like to go for a bike ride, early in the morning, and that is actually the time of day that I did crash 3 weeks ago. But I just love how empty the roads are, and I've actually come a bit earlier than I usually would today, and god, the light in the sky looks so nice. And yeah, what a lovely bike to be on it. You can see I've my previous video, I gave the bike a nice clean and ACF 50, even polished the paint, and I mean, you kind of see the tank there. The paint is looking glorious on this bike. It looks brand new out the dealership. And yeah, that start is always savage. I haven't heard it much recently, so kind of forget about it a bit, but yeah, this bike sounds absolutely savage. But what a comfortable bike it is, you know, so chilled going through town. and if I go into 6th gear I can quieten it down as well, which is nice. But yeah, it's a perfect bike really to go for my first ride. It's, you know, soaks up the bumps nicely, so I'm not feeling a huge amount. And let me quickly interrupt myself. Former Kawasaki, my favourite place. The cafe is amazing there as well. I kind of wish it was open, to be honest. Wouldn't mind me a nice sausage butty or something, but I think I'm a bit premature and early for that, and in fact it is a Sunday, so it wouldn't even be open today. But yeah, as I was saying, the bike is so nice for, you know, kind of my first little ride like this. It soaks up the bumps nicely, you know, the riding position's really comfy where I'm upright, and there is no weight at all obviously on my wrists and shoulders, because on a sport bike your wrists, your shoulders, they take a lot of pressure and force, so I think it would be quite a while until I can ride a sport bike. We will see on that. I mean, obviously my personal sport bike I can't even ride yet anyway, but yeah, I'm super happy to be out. We'll kind of maybe see today as a bit of a, what would you call it? I always go on about Brian 636. I watch his YouTube channel quite a lot. He's who kind of made the 63603 one of my dream bikes. I don't personally kind of, you know, get into the whole stunting side of it. Don't get me wrong, I like a good wheelie. I'm pretty damn good at wheelies, but yeah, I'm not really into the stunting scene, but I just enjoy his videos. I enjoy his bikes, so maybe I'll use him as a bit of motivation for today's video, because obviously where I'm just kind of going for a little cruise, I will show you around my area, point out some of the history. Not that I know really any history at all, to be fair, but yeah, just show you around really. And as I'm saying that, we're going through Winton High Street, one of the many high streets in the area. This might be a bit boring for anyone that knows the area, but for those of you that don't, you can kind of get a little inkling for it. And this is normally a very, very busy high street. As you can tell, it goes on for quite a while. It's not the not one of the main areas in Bournemouth. We will get to that. But yeah, it's a busy little high street. Shop selections, it's, you know, a few decent things. It's a bit kind of all over the place really, but of course you've got plenty of food places, a million coffee shops. There is actually a Witherspoons as well, and you've got the odd little thing like Lidl's and stuff like that. Nothing too interesting to write home about really, but yeah, it's fun to see it so quiet. It's normally you'd come up here and you'd be stuck in a ton of traffic, millions of people, or not millions, that's a bit of an over exaggeration there, but tons of people trying to cross and stuff like that. And next we will head left down here, which goes towards Charminster, another high street. Yeah, there is also a Crescent Yamaha and Suzuki dealership on this high street. Not that I will show you that in the video, as it will be further down from where I come out. And then past Charminster High Street, there is a very beautiful underpass that I have not been to in quite a while, and I've never taken this bike for it, so I'm sure that's going to sound incredible, and I'm sure we'll also probably wake up quite a lot of people from doing that. Right, so here's Charminster High Street. Back the other way from where I came, there is plenty more shops. Like I said, also there is a Crescent Yamaha and Suzuki dealership, so we're spoiled for bike dealerships around here, that is for sure. The only thing we are really missing, to be honest, is what we got. We got Honda. We're missing an Aprilia dealership. And yeah, to be honest, for the most part around this area we do kind of have basically most bike dealerships. I'm sure I'm probably missing some, but a lot of the kind of main big bike brands that you would want. Obviously we got Crescent Yamaha and Verwood as well, which is a very well renowned dealership with the whole racing scene and everything that they deal with. Oh, those auto blip downshifts sound savage. All little pops and crackles as well. Oh god, I've really missed riding, so I'm really enjoying this, to be honest with you, and I'm not feeling really too pained at all. I mean, there's a bit of pressure that I can feel on the shoulder that is a bit kind of making me still want to take it very easily, but very happy to be back on the bike, and I've missed riding this bike. It's just, oh, it's such an amazing bike, so comfortable, and it sounds absolutely incredible. Let's enjoy this. Oh, I've definitely just woken up a lot of people. Wow. Oh, I've missed that noise. Sounds incredible. And as we're quieting down it again, we are now going to head into the main area of Bournemouth. Now, I'm not going to touch on politics too much in this video, but Bournemouth definitely a town on the demise, in my opinion. There's a huge uni culture here, a lot of uni students. Not that that's really a problem, but like I said, I want to completely avoid politics on this channel. But one thing a lot of you in England will know Bournemouth for nowadays in the news is probably illegal immigrant hotels. Touchy subject, of course, and this being a bike channel, I'm not going to touch on that, but whilst we're showing you around my area and talking about it, I feel like it was a valid point to make. And up here you will see the first of many, which is very interestingly been decided to put right opposite a college, which I think is a bit stupid considering some of the crimes that have been convicted from some of these illegal immigrants. But yeah, I don't want a politics debate in the comment, please. Let's keep it to bikes. I've probably offended some people there by even saying that, so I'm going to leave it there for that. But yeah, this is the beginning parts of Bournemouth. I won't quite show you around the town area, but obviously, like any other town, borderline, this is probably close to becoming a city at this point, the amount of people here. Only thing it's missing is a cathedral, but you've got a high street down there. I'm not going to take you down that way. Plenty of shops, although a lot have closed down, to be fair. Interrupt myself here. Yeah, this hotel in the corner here, the Roundhouse, this is the famous main one that they're all living in, and a couple more up the road. And just there is Bournemouth Pool College, so interesting place to put it. You know, these hotels used to be very kind of posh hotels back in the day when Bournemouth was an up-and-coming seaside resort. You know, these were the hotels that rich people would come down to for, you know, their weekend away. And yeah, it's a shame to look back. You know, obviously I'm quite young, but when I look back at the history of Bournemouth, it is upsetting. You know, it makes me wish that I lived back in those days, to be honest with you. But anyway, let's put all that aside, all the misery on my area. I am very lucky to live in a very nice area, and you will see why as we come down this hill as we get into Bournemouth. And then Sandbanks is just levelled up again, and Sandbanks is absolutely beautiful. And not to mention in Dorset as a whole, Dorset is one of the most beautiful places in the UK, I reckon. Obviously places like Cornwall and stuff will trump it, but we head down here, and there you go, there is the seaside, and you can see the beginnings of Bournemouth Pier there. Got the aquarium on the corner, you got the Ferris wheel, call it the Bournemouth Eye. But yeah, as you can see, it's a shame we've kind of missed the sunset really, but you see the pier there, nice little plaza area. This will be absolutely packed on a sunny day, and in fact that's one thing I am going to pick up on. I see some people litter picking there. Bournemouth Beach gets incredibly busy on a nice day, and one of the things that just really angers me, I love how this is just turning into a video about me moaning about Bournemouth. It's supposed to be a video about my shoulder, but the amount of rubbish that gets left on a busy day at the beach is absolutely ridiculous. It's disgusting. I just don't get why people can't pick up their rubbish after them. But yeah, honestly, I'm going to shut up. I'm going to shut up now. I mean, you can see how much rubbish is on the side there as well. Terrible. Let's focus on the bike and enjoy the bike, because I'm going off on a bit of a tangent here, but let's wake Bournemouth up a bit, shall we? Oh, it sounds incredible. How I've missed that noise. Really tight, the What's that pop? It's being a knob at this point. Right. Yeah, let's, before I get carried away, slow it down a bit and catch up to you when we get to a nicer stretch of road. Right, so in the most rookie era ever, you would think by now I'd be good at this YouTube thing, but I've just pulled over to change my camera batteries. It was getting a bit low, and I've realised, well, that clip didn't work. As I'm sure you figured out from what I began saying there, I completely forgot to bring my spare camera batteries, which is the most rookie error ever. Talk about failing as a YouTuber today. But I think for the most part I did film quite a few riding clips, so I don't want to write off the video there. Unfortunately I won't be able to do any more riding clips in this video, but you get the general gist of what I've been saying so far. You know, it feels okay. There is a bit of pressure on my shoulder, but not enough to deter me from riding, so I'm just super happy to be back on the bike. Did turn into a bit of politics there, but what I will do now is I will catch up with you guys at Sandbanks. We were taking some of the views, maybe head over to Pool Key and show you the area really, and show you the bike, because this bike is very beautiful. So yeah, I will catch up with you guys when we get to Sandbanks. Yeah, swing a leg on this beauty. The clocks on this bike, I just love. Look at them when they come into life. Even just the tiniest little revs like that sound insane. Right, so here is the first stop. You'll have to, I do apologise, you'll have to excuse the drop in audio quality. Obviously with the GoPro I was using my nice fancy mic. Now I'm on the iPhone mic, which isn't quite as good, but we've stopped here in Sandbanks, firstly at the Change Ferry there, which you can currently see pulling away. That takes you over to Swanage. Super nice place, Swanage, actually. In my opinion, it's my favourite beach in the area. But, I mean, look at the views. People out fishing. I love this time of day. The sky just looks lovely. Amazing views. Stars in the distance there, you can see. Very, very peaceful. You've got Brownsea Island over there. Very cool. And what you can just about get a glimpse of there is some of the £10+ million houses here in Sandbanks. It's one of the most expensive housing areas, I believe. I think it's by per, you know, the land per money, basically. I'm talking like an idiot right now. I'll put it up on screen, but Sandbanks is one of the most expensive places. Absolutely adore this bike. Looks so nice. Especially nice with the amazing views here. And not to mention that, is it absolutely amazing to ride. Right, here we are. Here is the main road part of Sandbanks, the bit you're probably more familiar with. And I mean, look at the sky over there. You've got some amazing beaches over that way, just past the building there. And then on this side of the road, you've got even more water. There's some very famous restaurants down there. You get another bit of a teaser of some of the amazing flats and houses around there. But yeah, I mean, look at the views. We've got palm trees. The vibe here this morning is absolutely wonderful. Thoroughly enjoying it. It just feels like so much longer than 3 weeks since I've ridden, so it feels super exciting to be back out on the bike. I mean, just look at it. Probably said that a million times in this video. Such a good looking bike. Some of the places we have around are absolutely beautiful. See some of the very expensive property in the distance there as well, like I was kind of mentioning. Goes all the way round. The road kind of follows all the way around here as well. And up towards that way, you start to see kind of Beta Park and Poole out in that direction. And that is exactly where we're going to head now. We will head to Poole Quay, which I've been to in quite a lot of my videos. I mean, I've been to here quite a lot in my videos as well, but Poole Quay is a biker hotspot. There's motorcycle parking there. It's the second largest natural marina in the world, I believe. Again, I'll correct myself on screen. That is Poole Harbour as a whole, not just Poole Quay, but Poole Quay comes under Poole Harbour, so it is a part of it. So we'll head over there and show you that. See if there are any other bikers that are as keen as me out this early on a Saturday. And yeah, let's jump back on the beauty. Right, we have arrived at Poole Quay, and I thought my ranting earlier was done, but the absolute state right now of Poole Quay is absolutely horrible. I mean, all this rubbish in the motorcycle parking bit, you know, I'm not sure if this is actually caused by the bikers that seem to hang out here at night time. My guess would be it probably is. That is just terrible, just leaving all this stuff here, smashed up or crushed down cans right there, and you know, bin there, bins over there. Is it really that difficult to put your rubbish in the bin? I get very easily annoyed by stuff like this. But anyway, on a more positive note, here at Poole Quay, as you can see, the amazing views continue. This is an area you're probably very familiar with seeing on my YouTube channel, as obviously we go to the Poole Quay bike night basically every single week, I would say. And this whole row here will be lined up with bikes. Obviously, on a day like today, this early in the morning, it's a lot different. You know, normally it's very scenic and peaceful, but you know, that rubbish has slightly degraded the mood of being here, to be honest, as that is disgusting, and it annoys me even more that it's in the motorcycle area, because that's going to give us a bit of a bad name, isn't it? But yeah, Sunseeker down there, those are nice yachts. Like I did mention, Poole Harbour as a whole is, I think, the second largest natural harbour in the world, which is pretty remarkable, and obviously this being Poole Quay is a part of that. But it kind of wraps all the way around, way behind there, and looks like some nice boats here as well. I've got a cool little boats, a few yachts there. Not that I'm a boat spotter, but I'll walk down here and show you this yacht, as it is quite big and spectacular, to be fair. That's what she said. Yeah, we got a couple other bikers. I thought I would see a few bikes, as it's usually a bit of a meet-up spot for people here to begin their day of riding together. And what a day today is for that. So definitely starting to warm up already as well, even as early as it is. And yeah, here's this yacht. Pretty fairly big when you compare it to all the other boats parked up along here in the marina. Yeah, what a view. There's even a little sausage dog down there. Yeah, very nice. What do you think? What do you think of all the rubbish? Yeah, there we go. There is the sad state of Poole Quay today. Right, so there we go. It is tucked back in the garage. Apologies for my rookie mistake of not bringing more camera batteries and the riding clips of this video taking an abrupt end. And also apologies for the random cut in audio quality. The iPhone audio is nowhere near as good as obviously my mic that I use with the GoPro setup on the helmet. So apologies for that, but nice to see the bike now tucked back in the garage alongside the 636. We've had quite a bit of parts arrive for the 636 since the last video on it, so stay tuned. We'll have the next episode of the rebuild series coming soon on this bike, and there will be quite a lot of progress in that video. And the way things are going, I think there might only be 2 more videos, maybe 3, of the rebuild, and it'll be back on the road, so that'd be super exciting. And yeah, just generally I'm super happy to be back out on a bike, super happy to be able to ride the Z900RS again, because I just absolutely adore this bike. It's so incredible, and yeah, I love it. But yeah, as always guys, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for all the support during my recovery. It's still not 100%, you know, it's only been 3 weeks, so I still have to be very, very cautious and very careful. For example, over every single bump, or you know, the road conditions here in England are terrible, so every time I see a bump or, you know, a pothole or something, it does really hurt, so I kind of have to brace for that. So yeah, whilst I can now ride again and do some more riding videos, I still have to be a little bit cautious. So yeah, thanks very much for watching guys, and yeah, join the channel, subscribe if you want to see plenty more content like this to come, and as always guys, I hope to see you next time.